On Physicsonline, if you come up here to the login button, you can also log in at the top. It says, is this your first time here? Are you a student? If you are a student, you can simply click create a new account. Okay, I'm just going to go through how to set up a new account as if I was a student. Okay, so I've typed in my email address, I've typed in my name, just as a student would. How would I define myself? Well, I am a student. If I'm not a student, then I'll have to fill out this form. So if you're a teacher, this is not what you meant to do. You meant to email me. I'm going to say I'm at Ealing Christian School, and I'm going to say my teacher's name is Mr. Mac, and I am in year 12 physics. Create a new account. Only lowercase. An email should have been sent to you. I checked my email. There we go. I click the link in the email. Thank you, Mr. Harris. You've now been confirmed. You click on courses. Now these are currently all the courses that are available. Now I'm in Mr. Mac's class under Elam Christian College, so I'm going to try and enter his mechanics course. And it says you cannot enroll yourself in this course. Okay, so I can't do anything as a student until my teacher allows me to do it. Okay, I'm now logged on as Mark Mac, so Mr. Mac, so now I'm a teacher. You'll notice the page looks a little bit different. If I come down here to my courses, okay, these are all the courses I can see as a teacher. As a teacher, I have full control over these. If you are from a different school, the site administrator will have given you a set of different courses, so whatever you can see here, feel free to change, edit. You can't do any damage to the rest of the site. You're limited to only your students and your courses. So if we go back to that Year 12 Mechanics page, okay, we can see there's all the quizzes are there. If we scroll down to the bottom, and it says users, and it says enrolled users. Okay, so the teacher's there. Now we just go enroll users, and we go to Mr. Harris, who we're enrolling as a student, and then we just go and finish enrolling. If there's lots of students, we click enroll on only the students we want in our course. We don't want students from other schools. Now Mr. Harris, who we're pretending is a student, is now enrolled. So when he logs in, he can then access Year 12 Mechanics. We can do the same for, say, Year 12 Waves. Okay, again, Year 12 Waves has got all the different courses, etc., etc. You come down to users, enrolled users, and enroll users. And again, student, you don't want to give them any more editing rights because otherwise they can start playing with stuff. And again, Mr. Harris, enroll. Finish enrolling, done. So that is enrolling into mechanics and waves. If we log out again, if I now log in as Mr. Harris, so logging in as a student, okay, I'm now Mr. Harris, so now I'm pretending I'm a student. As a student, I can only see the courses that I've been enrolled in. So these are the only courses I can see. So if you're starting off with mechanics, the only thing you really want them to see is mechanics, and then later on in the year, then you show them the next course. So I click on the Year 12 Mechanics. Do I want to do the first homework activity? I click on the first homework. I've been given 4 attempts. Are you sure? Yes. And away we go. We can answer the question. Okay, so if I log back in as Mr. Mac, I can go back into all of my courses. Say if I go back into that mechanics course, say there's something in here I don't really like. Say I don't really want to start off with linear motion, I want to start off with anything else. We come up to this button up here and we say turn editing on. Okay, like for instance, this label shouldn't be here. They shouldn't know how to download the course. It's probably not a good idea. And then say I wanted to upload a resource, say I wanted to upload a file, say I wanted to upload a PDF or a Word file or a PowerPoint or whatever. All you have to do is give it a name. Let's call it Newton's Laws. Newton's Laws. And you just have to have a description. So you could have a full explanation of what the PowerPoint is or what have you. Now here you can create a folder, so you can put lots of different resources to do with Newton's laws, or you can simply add a file. So if you've uploaded recent things, they're all going to be here. If you've got stuff on Google Docs, you can upload stuff from Google Docs. You can take stuff off another web page. Normally, it's just easiest to take it straight off your computer. Okay, so it tells you who's the author, what sort of license they have. You just click Choose File. I've got a Newton's Laws PowerPoint here. Click OK. Click Upload this file. And what do you know? There it is. Now it says display. Automatic's fine. You could go force download, open up in a pop-up. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've clicked add, and you can just add more and more files. Click choose file. You can add as much stuff as you like, and you can organize it in folders. You can upload zip files and unzip them. You can, anything to your heart's content, and just go save and return to course. And there it is, Newton's Laws. We can click it, and it opens up as a PowerPoint. So there you go, just a pretty average Newton's Laws PowerPoint. If we exit out of that, and we come back to the page, say I didn't actually want that, or say I wanted indented, you can indent it. Say it was actually meant to be down here, I don't know, somewhere where it actually says Newton's Laws, we can just drag it down there. Say I want it up here a little bit more, again we want it. Say I didn't actually want it at all, I can just click the X, delete it. Say I didn't want this projectile motion one because I didn't really like it, I can hide it. Say I didn't actually want to do Newton's Laws, I can just hide the whole thing. Want to know what it looks like for your student? Come over here, switch role to student. And now this will look exactly the same as what your students will be able to see. Okay, like I'm currently logged in as a teacher, as Mr. Mac. You can do the same. You can log in as your students. So now as Mr. Mac, if I, you'll see all the little editing things have gone. I've got to come back up to the top, click turn editing on. I can scroll back down and I can unhide it. Say I didn't actually like this projectile motion one, I can come up to this update button. Okay, I can change when answers appear, what sort of feedback they get. I can change what is said when they get certain, between certain grades. I can change if the questions are in a particular order, if I shuffle the questions. Okay, I can control when the quiz opens, when the quiz closes, how much time students get, how many times they're allowed to go, how the final grade is given. Okay, I can do a whole bunch of editing there. I can also come over here and click Edit Quiz. And here it'll actually show me the quiz questions. Say I don't like question 3, say it's just a really dumb question, I can just hit exit. Okay, say I think I need to reword question 3, I can click on the little hand. Some gobbledygook for a second. Okay, and there's the question. Okay, the choice, none of these statements are true, only one of these statements is true. And say maybe I wanted to add another one. All of the statements are true, 12 of these answers are true. Now, at the moment, only 2 of these answers gives 100%. Say if they said 12, you might give them a 40% credit. Okay, so they get a partial answer, but we don't really want to do that because that's just rubbish and it'll just stuff up the quiz. So we won't do that. You can also come at the top and say, how do you want the numbers to be? Do you want these answers to shuffle within themselves? How many answers are correct? Is there only one answer? Is there more than one answer? You can type in the question. You can add a video. You just simply click the URL for YouTube and it will simply embed it. You can add pictures. Again, just using click find upload a picture. You can add the picture from another website. You can include crazy characters, often sometimes useful for maths. You can include tables. You can do this sort of like Word really. Okay, and that's for every question. And say it gets general feedback. So if they, no matter what answer they get, the feedback is given there. Say they chose this one, then they'll get some feedback on if they chose that answer. But if they didn't choose that answer, they wouldn't get this feedback. So it's quite useful. So if this is showing a big misconception, you can explain the misconception in this box and help them understand where they went wrong. For most of these quizzes, I'm going to click cancel so I don't stuff anything out. For most of these quizzes, a lot of that is done, but I'd encourage you to use, change, mold, whatever you like. Up here it says question bank. If I click show, this will show you a whole bunch of questions. Okay, so say I wanted some stuff on mass and inertia, because I teach mass and inertia with projectile motion. Here you go, here's a whole bunch of questions, and you can just preview each of these questions. Inertia is a force which keeps stationary objects at rest and moving objects. Is that true or false? Is that the sort of question you want? Well, if it is, you just click it and you click the arrows and it gets added into the quiz. Okay, it's fully adaptable by you, and I'd encourage you to use and play and change. There's heaps and heaps of questions of a whole range of different categories. Where it says, and the numbers in the brackets are how many questions fit into that. So Newton's first law, if you wanted to add in some first law stuff into the projectile motion, you might want to just, I don't know, view it, add it in. Oh, it's a pretty boring one. And away you go. Okay, again, you can just click back here to mechanics quizzes, and you're back to your quiz. Okay, hopefully that is useful. If you have any questions, you can email me. I can't guarantee on how fast I'll reply.